let's get Facebook in. So it's just how this come to me. Angel of love. Mm-mm. Mm, mm, mm. Welcome. I'm sorry, I forget I put you up there. mm. I just threw some stuff in my tub. That liquid plum on the sucker strong. Right in my nose. Hold on, let me bring in Facebook. So I'm streaming from Instagram, YouTube. I'm gonna get Facebook. Oh, oh. Mm. Did I write it here another thing? What did I do just now? I didn't type that. How you go back? Moderator, my complete. Send the video link to moderators. Or add the description. Mm. I'm just gonna read something from this book. That's it. Keep this close by. Getting to know your adolescents. I don't know why I threw that thing in the tub now. That thing is strong. That sucker is strong. It's trying to suffocate me. Hello, hello. Okay, everybody plug in. Use that 90 something. I need a bottle of water. Alfonso. That's it. I just took a nice shower. Okay, I have a bottle of water right here. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Welcome. It's gonna stay too long. It's 9:30 already. Welcome. I just take my restaurant and into some liquid plumber in the bathtub, and the sucker's strong. Welcome, Facebook. Welcome. Okay, where the live at? Where are you? Where are you? Okay. Do you ever get a sweet itch in your ears? Oh, you don't want to stop? Mm. In case I want to itch it again. We're going to save it. With sanitizer. Mm. Yes, guys. Mm. Hold on. Let me light this thing up real quick. So I just got this MacBook the other day. I'm still trying to figure out how the hell this. I was gonna do a live from it, but then it's saying I have to go and download Google Chrome. Mm. Should I learn how to type fast, isn't it? I could type and look at the letters. Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome to live. Too bad, too bad. I'm streaming, I think, on for my Facebook pages. Come on in, guys. I think I'm streaming on Andrea, Amazing Heart Art, Inspirational, and what's the next one? Andrea. One name Andrea. So, guys, as you see, my page have stars. It's been have stars. All four of those pages have stars. So, if you're a star sender, when you come into the, why I keep capital letters? It's like, why the hell keep putting capital? You could send. Let's see the run. Yeah, so you could like up the thing, send up some stars if you're on Facebook. Mm-mm-mm. If you're on YouTube, I'm gonna pin my Cash App over there. It's not like anybody ever done it. I think one lady said she did, but when I check it, I didn't see nothing in there. I never saw anything in there. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So I'm just gonna moderate from this. I'm gonna share it to Facebook. I'm sharing the YouTube live to Facebook. Getting to know an adolescent. I'm just gonna be reading from a book now. Do bad, do bad, do bad, do bad. Okay. I can't stop loving you. I made up my mind. To, let me go and check and see if the live is over there. To live memory. Okay, I see the live on the Andrew Jacobs page here. So let's mute it, okay? I don't want to hear myself back. This pajama kind of tight. Stretch out my arm. That's who's on Instagram. So I'm on the Andrea page. So in order for me to get the link thing, I have to go on that page. Just see. Mm. So if you're on YouTube, I'm streaming at the grass. Mm. Mm. If you're on YouTube or Instagram, I'm streaming from this page on Facebook. I'm streaming from 4 pages at the same time. But basically from this one, I started it on this page. Andrea, you're gonna look for this beautiful logo on the top of the page. It just says Andrea. There's no number, no nothing. It just says Andrea. I gotta close the bedroom, the bathroom door. In this song that just came out, listen to the song. Close the door. I'm listening to the radio too. 107.5. I can't play too much because it's striking you out for everything. Close the door. I'm trying to moderate very quick. As a moderator, um, you can change, you can make changes to this while it's live. Welcome guys, like up the live. And you loving me. Oh, close the door. Nothing beats 107, baby. 107.5. WBLS. Old school. Okay, what you could say here? You can. Come here, baby. Come in, baby. Guys, I'm the host, but I'm also the moderator. So, okay, I'm doing the moderating duty right now. Alright, you can support my page by sending hold it on. And you loving me. Oh, close the door. I gotta take some typing thing. I can't type to see myself. Stars help me. I don't know what the hell the letters I'm at. Stars help me. Mm, mm, mm. Come on in, guys. What do I need now? Not you. Come on, baby. Sugar, baby. Sugar. Sugar. I wanted to do TikTok too, but I said let me do an Instagram instead. I haven't gone on Instagram in a long time, so I'm doing Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Could I pin it? Let's see if I can pin it from this side. All right. So good. So good. Mm-mm. So good. Mm. 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 Follow me on this page also. Amazing Heart Art. Amazing Heart. Amazing. I know some of you can act like you don't know how to spell. Amazing Heart. Heart. Amazing Heart Art. He tell somebody a simple name. I could understand if it's a complicated name. He said Jacobs. How you spell that? Um, you didn't go to school. You don't know how to spell that. You don't know how to spell Jacobs. Yes, I could understand this is Woskoski or something like that. The only thing I don't like with this cross thing, you're not seeing the stuff that I post on each page. So what do I have to go on each page and type it? I don't understand. I don't understand. I thought not seeing. I haven't got time to deal with all this crap right now. Oh, this stupid thing on again. So you have to go on each one and type. Better, better, better. If I learn to put my damn fingers in what it's supposed to be, this page by. I'm just typing this last one. I can't be bothered no more. Better, Heavenly Father, I appreciate you. Could I pin in this? Pin, unpin, pin. Okay. Heavenly Father, I appreciate you. I love you. I adore you. I bow down before you. Follow me on this page. This one is called Inspirational. Mm. So every time you come in, is it just the one? Mm. Go to my main Facebook page. Andrea Jacobs. Follow me on this page too. Andrea Jacobs. Oh lordy. I had to get a pants. This pajama is very short. And every minute is there. Oh lordy. Who's ready for fall? I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Oh, Desmond. Okay. Mm. Oh. Mm. Could you move from my door? I cannot. I cannot see this. Mm. 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 You see, people was typing to me. He was saying hi to me and thought I wasn't responding. But I wasn't seeing it. I'm streaming on 4 Facebook pages. So I cannot see the comments on this page unless I'm on this page. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. All right. Let me me go back to YouTube. Do I have another device? No, I'm gonna take my other device and put it up there. Mm-mm. This thing is short. Expose. This thing trying to expose me. Alfonso, come here. Alfonso. Alfonso. Come here. I could get up on it, but let him come and do it. Yes, guys. Who's here on Instagram?
What?
Stop saying what? Open the door and come up.
What happened?
Yes, ma'am. Now know what? Put that thing for me. Put some spray.
What?
Negro. If you can say what one more time. Spray in there for me.
Why? Where's the spray?
Look on the shelf in there. I put some of that thing in the tub and bottom in up. Look on the friggin' shelf, the can, the blue can. Stop acting like you're friggin' stupid. Yes.
Put some in here.
Just spray it. Spray it in there and close the door. That close the door. Spray it in so too, so I could smell that instead of that bleach. The liquid plumber. I put some of that liquid. Okay, go. I put some of that liquid plumber in the tub because the tub was, the water kept filling up when I was taking a shower. How do you
guys?
No. So I didn't get into my nose. Okay, we have YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
And you have a computer too. Wow.
That's just
Oh, you got your computer up.
I'm mute streaming from this. I'm just monitoring from that. Let's say you have to download Google Chrome, get Google Chrome and all kind of stuff before you could do a live from that. Okay, anyway, bye. Thank you. Getting to know your adolescent. Numerous books and chapters of books have been written about the phase of human development we call adolescence. They describe it. Let's turn this up a little bit. They describe the development psychology, personal theory, studies of adolescent behavior and family functioning. They explain the development task of adolescents. They struggle to define one's identity, one's independent sense of self. Surprisingly, some studies show that most young people negotiate this phase of their outrageous behavior. Like how he just acted. He's acting like, oh my God. Something my child act like he has 0 sense. Still, adolescence can be difficult for both adolescents and their parents. And these difficulties can range from a long remember but embarrassing moments to a family breakdown or the life alternating decision. We can all remember the moments of excruciating pain, excruciating confession. What the hell? Excruciating confession, avoidance, embarrassments, fear, and uncertainty during our adolescence. Some of us still blame our parents for this. For most of us, adolescence remained an internal experience that we did not at all, at least not often, spin out of control. We avoided lengthy discussions with our parents. We gave attitude. We assumed world weary posture. We knew all we needed to know. We avoided anything that might challenge our fragile developing sense of skills, sense of self. We punished the boundaries but seemed to know when things were going a little too far. If we were lucky, somehow someone among our group of friends might say, "That's a stupid idea." Unfortunately, we didn't had enough money to buy quantities of vodka that we could prove lethal. We drove our cars when we shouldn't have driven our cars, but there was less traffic. Could you turn that TV down? There was less traffic, then fewer distractions. Football season start. You might purposely get low marks in order to appear cool, be one of the guys, but still at least we pass the course. We might skip school a few times, but not to the point of expulsion. And we might disobey curfew, but not to by too much that the old man would take away the khakis for life. Of course, it could be the be that those of us who survived adolescence were just lucky. A small group of 18-year-olds to celebrate the end of their high school loaded cars with cases of beer, cheap wine, and a little food and sleeping bags drove to the fishing cabin sitting just above high tide and on a secluded west coast road on Vancouver Island. They walked the beach, they cooked, they ate, they talked, they drank, and they drank some more, and some more, and some more. 50, back up the live, guys. 50 feet from the cabin's door, the Pacific surf crashed against the pebbled beach. On among the group destined to become a teacher seemed a fully gasped of nature of adolescence. He dumped a glass of wine over the head of another boy simply because, as he explained it, he felt like doing so, and it was possible to do it. Why not? Was this guided vision maybe a food fight ensured? I don't remember, but I do remember that at and about 2 in the morning, under a bright moon, this group of boys decided to launch in a boat into the surf. Five drunken teenage boys. A 15-foot boat into the surf. Five drunken hold up. A 15-foot wave rolled into the shore, and the moon smiling down upon us. We made several attempts, but the waves were too high, and we was too sloppy and and unincorporated. Oh, rotted. Wait, I wonder if the bathroom window open. James took a shower before me. He probably locked the damn bathroom window. Boy, Alfonso, come check see if that bathroom window open. Come check the bathroom window. Yeah. See if it need open. James probably close it down because I don't know why that scent's so strong still. See if it need open in the back. He probably closed it down when he went in there. He love to mess with the window, talking about people going to see. He closed it?
Alright, I got it back open.
Yeah, he always closing and talking about somebody out there.
Watching. There's nobody out there.
Okay. Okay, leave it at that. That AC below to me. I just sketched. That thought just came to my head, eh? 5 drunken teenage boys and a 15-foot-old boat. I know I read that already. Let me read it back. 15-foot outboard, 4-foot wave rolled into the shore, the moon smiling down upon us. We made several attempts, but the wave was too high and we was too sloppy and uncoordinated. I have always thought it a great piece of luck that we failed. We dragged the boat back to the shore and continued our drinking. The next day, suffering the kind of hangover one gets from drinking. Who's here? Who is here? Like up the live, guys. Droopa, droopa. Just one more. Where is the link? You can see the YouTube link, guys. Years later, one of the big. Okay. Oh, I never finished this sentence. We dragged the boat back to the shore and continued our drinking. The next day, suffering from the kind of hangover one gets from drinking cautious COPIOUS corpus amount of sweet wine and beer. We saw off alcohol for each of us. This resolution lasting possibly a week or two. Wow. Don't drink like that. I don't like drinking. I'm sorry. I might drink a beer once in a blue moon, maybe one time out of the month. That's it. I'm not a drinker. And if I ain't buying none, sometimes I buy like a 6-pack. If I ain't buying none, then I won't be drinking none. You know what I'm saying? I ain't buy it, I won't be drinking it. I don't have no specific beer. I like Corona, Heineken. I don't like nothing too strong. I don't want to get drunk. I'll be drinking them hot. I don't know. I pick up one One piece of rice carton, you see? Mm. Which page are you on? I don't know. I shaved this hair under here the other day and it growing back. You ladies have this problem with your hair? I'm tired of this bushy ass hair under my chin. I need to wax it. I shave it when I shaved it yesterday. So the right hair growing back, it's itching me. So guys, like up the lives. So I'm streaming from 4 pages, so don't get me wrong, because I'm not seeing each page. I have to go on each page separately to see if somebody typing. I don't like that. They gotta be something up with that. I cross. So you tell me, did this thing start? Okay, that's the Instagram. Let's add some sparkle to this live. This light is dry. It's not Which one are you? Oh. YouTube needs some effect too. Let's find an effect for YouTube. I found out that I feel so high. Okay, everybody have an effect. That's what adolescents do. Each summer. Okay, years later, one of the group who eventually became a judge remember that moment somewhat differently. In his memory, we had not tried very hard to launch our skiff. We collectively held back at the last moment. Perhaps one of us refrained a sip and a splash. Perhaps we all held back from the full effect. Because somewhere in the back of our brains, we knew this was really not a good idea, but certainly couldn't have played out differently. Every long summer weekend, teenagers have boating accident and drowned, or they simply jump in a turbulent water best enjoyed from shore. Perhaps it was a matter of luck for others, a matter of luck for ourselves. Our strong, or some among us, we just smart and matured enough to register this is not a safe thing to do. Or we had each received adequate parenting and a voice in our heads saying, if you don't drown trying something so stupid, you'll be grounded for 6 months. Of course, as parents, we don't want to squirrel risk taking together. Did I say that right? School SQUELCH. School rich. Without adolescent and post-adolescent risk taking, we won't have personal computers at our fingertips and Microsoft to fuel them. We won't have astonishing art. remarkable novels, and ever-changing music. We do not. We need some people approaching life saying, "Why not?" rather than "Why." So we on the defensive side always saying, "No, we're not trying that. Why should we try that?" But those adolescents, those kids who don't fear anything, will say, "Sure, why not? Why not?" I was itching my honey today. This felt scratch felt so sweet. I don't know, my bleeding. I don't know what the hell was there. Keeps itching it and it start bleeding. I need some lotion. I put the lotion over the back. Probably something bite me there. Like up the live, guys. But yeah, dry stuff. Of course, we. Come here. Austin. Perhaps it's a matter of luck. They can for serum. You can't after the serum, we just buy free brother. This is not safe thing. I wonder if you can't see. We can upstairs already. This is not safe thing to do. Or we had to receive adequate parenting and the voice in the head saying, or if you don't drunk trying something stupid, be girl. Yeah, read that already. I'm over here. Let's see where I'm at. Okay. In please don't eat up that now. That's James. In his later years, George Bernard Shaw described himself in youth as extremely disagreeable and unrecidable, undesirable young man, not at all reciteful or this diabolical opinion, while inwardly suffering from simple cowardness and horrifying ashamed of it. At the age of 20, he took a risk and left the life in business planned for him by his parents and began to write in ways GBS captures many adolescents with this phrase: extremely disagreeable, undesirable, not even not at all recent. This book is getting on my damn nerves. I don't feel like reading. I'm not a reader. No. I have a whole bunch of books packed up, but I don't like read. That was probably true, though I'm sure he did not know the full story of the adventure with the surf and the boat, all night beach partying and drunk driving. It's certainly true that some adolescents are easier to raise than others. Some of this different. Hold on. Do ba da ba ba do ba. Do da da. Tap show button and this. Okay, let's go back to this. It is certainly true that some adolescents are easier to raise than others. Some of these differences may be purely a function of genetics, of biology, biology, and inherent temperament. Studies of chimpanzee adolescents in the wild show that some stay close to home, rise in the peaking order, dine with family, mate with the tribe, while others, against all odds and rising stress level, even while taking beating and chased away, persistence in pursuing membership and mating with the tribe across the river. Although even these adventurous chimps were badly injured, come home to die. My daughter was off and running on a backpacking world journey the moment she got the chance. My son ignored a free ticket to Australia to stay with his neighbor, to stay in within his neighborhood. Some adolescent needs to be encouraged. Cajoled, Cajoled, even pushed into a new and different experiences, into joining and playing something new other than a video game. Some needs to be held back until ready. Other until their knowledge, perceptions and judgment and problem solving has caught up with their energies and impulses. Some will sail through this phase of development needing little more than a safe home, well stocked refrigerator, and a little encouragement or cooperated advice now and then. Some will need a watchful eye and a firm hand. Many need an almost superhuman fine balance of love, tolerance, understanding, freedom, control, structure, and discipline. As parents, you will make mistake. Let me say that again. As parents, you will make mistakes. You will worry about the wrong thing. You will criticize and lecture when you should have said nothing more than uh-huh. You will not act when you should have acted because you either tired, have other things on your mind, don't want a fight just now, or too angry, or don't want to upset your spouse. Fortunately, adolescents usually give us a second and a third chance to be good parents. We also make mistakes with our adolescents because we simply do not understand them. One moment we have a kind, one moment we have a kid who wants a smile and a hug. The next he seems irritated by our existence. One moment he is showing us how to use a search engine with great facility. The next he says something really, really stupid. One moment she's having a great time playing hide and seek with young cousin. The next she wants to go out on Friday night dressed up in inadequate clothing. One moment she's taking off her plans for summer, the next all goes is. Or the next all you get is whatever. He is exposed to far more important. He is exposed to far more information than any generation before, and yet he seems to know nothing. She is writing poetry. This is good. But though she lives a comfortable existence in middle class, suburban, her poetry is full of morbid fear and self loathing. He is drawing, this is good, but he's drawing guns and tanks and missiles and planes and explosion. His parents and teachers, his background is Catholic. Yet he doesn't know the name of the current prime minister, and he's fascinated with possible existence of the Antichrist and the significance of 666. The 16-year-old boy who have been struggling with school and surely with his parents, he is resistant, difficult to engage. He also looks depressed, or maybe he just sulking. I search for some ways to engage him with his mo- with his mother present. He's been working on an invention. His eyes light up when he talk about it. He becomes animated. Like all good inventors, he has become an inconvenience and figured a way to overcome it. He explains in that particular teenage manner of false starts, half sentences, and limited vocabulary. The problem is, he tells me you gotta go to the refrigerator, open it, and take out a bowl of something and carry it over to the counter and open the microwave and put it in. Lots of wasted steps there. So his invention, which makes him millions, he figures, is to build a microwave right in front of the refrigerator. Viola, I give it some thought. Okay. Their brains are in a flux. The parts that support impulses, energy, sex, and aggressions are developing faster than the parts that provide breaks, inhabitation, the second thought, and the ability to hypo. How you pronounce this word? Hypothyroid. Hypothesiz. Whatever the friggin' name. Hypo. I can't pronounce it. Hello. Outcome and consequences. Their brains are ready to explore relationship, figure out pattern of social organization, like of the life guide, create habits and behavior that will allow them to succeed in the adult world. Yet the only way they want to talk and play with one another. They seem to respond with great sympathy, tear, and anguish over the wounded bird and an injured puppy, yet care not to wait for your upcoming surgery, fever, arthritis, layoff. She may form strong opinions about good cause, global warming, saving the forests and whales, conversation, vegetarian, but but does she have to be so nasty about it? You thought your son would be a challenge, but it turns out his younger sister is the one. You thought if you raised your boys and girls with the same expectation, gender differences will be minimal, yet they are behaving so differently. You hear yourself saying what your mother said. Well, at least what my mother said over and over again. It would take you a quarter of time and energy to use avoiding doing what I've asked you to do, to actually do it. This is called appealing to reason. It's never seemed to work with teenagers. They can be delightful and puzzling. One moment you can see yourself in your son, the next you see, the next you show he was born of alien invaders. When trying to understand other people, we tend to assume they think like we do. They process information the same way. They bring the same assumptions to the table. Their worldviews is similar to ours, and they should, at the very least, listen to the logic of self interest. Excuse me. Damn it. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Even with adults, and assumptions can let us down. Witness much failed foreign policy. With teenagers, it's almost always let us down. They do not think differently than we do. They process information a little differently, and some of their assumptions about the world and about themselves are the same as ours. To understand adolescents, we need to do away with the notion that they are simply adult in the making. Over time, the observation of teenage behavior in various contexts has led me to the following list of truism, the truismus, truism. Recent studies of adolescent brain development provide a neurological foundation for most of these observations. Okay, that's 10 pages right there. I don't feel like reading them all. Okay, performance and limitation of your adolescence. Dooba dooba. How long was this? How long is this live? An hour already? Mm-hmm. What time I have here? Couple more minutes. Your teenager. Okay, this is limitations. Your teenager's brain is not mature. Full brain maturity is reached at age 22. Until then, parts of the brain that house the fallen abilities are not fully developed. One, the ability to emphasize with the expectations of a strong protective emotional response to some flowery, big eyed creatures, which is not empathy but rather a genetic trait common to all humans, include Pamela Anderson, Heather Mills, and Bridget Bardot. We are all programmed to respond warmly and protectively to infants of our own species and their lookalikes. Their babies were quite fluffy. Empathy is different. Empathy is the ability to put yourself, imagine yourself in others' shoes. Someone not small, cute, or fluffy. Someone more like your mother or father, a teacher, or a Newfoundland fisherman trying to feed his 4 children. As single parent, we A single parent on a budget, we hold up. The single parent on a limited budget has just had a hysterectomy. She signs out of the hospital early, taking a taxi because she doesn't want to leave her 16-year-old daughter home alone any longer than necessary. The cab pulls up. The mother gets out of the car and walks slowly up the pathway of her small house. Just inside of the front door, exhausted, holding her sore abdomen, she is confronted by her daughter. The child is dressed in her party finest. She tells her mother it's about time she got home. She's late and can I have that $20 you promised me? The mother warily fetches a bill from her purse and the girl is gone. I tell you, the mother that her daughter has a few more years for her brain to develop the capacity for empathy and to lose some of the ego cynical egocentricity ego I pronounce this egocentricity 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 and then talk of ways the mother might nudge the process along. Of course, the mother is hoping some counseling might do the trick, but really, it is a parent's job that you can teach empathy, but perhaps by example, and try exposing your child to situations beyond their comfort zone. A parent can hurry the process along, but it is foolish to expect empathy of a 16-year-old. Enjoy it and reward it in the rare moments it occurs. I have occasions to talk with a newly married woman in her early 20s. Her parents were visiting with their severely handicapped son. She tell me she was horrible to him and and to them as a teenager. She hated him. Her parents had always included her brother, taking him with them everywhere because he was handicapped. So something internal. And now she admires her parents, loves them for the for their devotion to their disabled son. She even likes her brother now. She even likes her brother. Empathy can develop earlier, but when it does, it can cause warmth to envelope a parent's heart. And there is a hearing impaired kid on your son's hockey team. Your son has been asked to buddy with him, help him through the hockey moments when hearing whistles and other songs is important. Your son is taken to the task, wholehearted, perhaps missing those moments he could show off for the NHL scouts. He imagines sitting behind the bench. Very nice. And you might have a nice talk and open discussion with your teen one day and find indeed she is displaying a heart warming empathy for others. A hopeful beginning, but the next day it might disappear in a torrent of what about me? And you being so unfair. Each year or so, one's read of a 12 or 13-year-old who has taken up a course collecting funds for children of the far, DARFUR, for example. The good thing, and it seems to speak to the very early development of strong empathy, but it is possibly not empathy, it is possibly obsession. A child's tendency to obsess. This phone not on the damn charger. Which phone is you? This phone say I'm ready to die. We're gonna wrap it up soon. I'm over an hour. Come here. This phone say you can go die. Which nice you. That's not the charger for you, is it? Yep. You don't want nobody to die over here. We don't want nobody to die. Don't die, baby, don't die. We're gonna put this one on the charger too. Bounce, baby, 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 bounce, baby. There's a charger for you there. Where's that charger? Come on. You write the thing right in front of me. I'll have to use the charger from the bed. Hold on. Nothing still so friggin' strong. Bounce, baby, 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 bounce, baby, bounce, bounce. Let's plug you up too. We don't want nobody to die on us. We're gonna do a wrap up in a minute. This thing is very short, so let me grab this real quick. I don't need nothing to get exposed over here. I don't need nothing to get exposed over here. Alright. YouTube, who's here with me? Cause nobody saying nothing. Instagram, who's here? Facebook, who's here? It's setting for 11 o'clock. Time for me to get my behind in my bed. But the book seems sweet, is it? This glass is giving me a headache. But I can't see without it. I can't see. I could see. I could see a glare. I had an occasion to talk with. I was like, voila! I could see. But the glass is kind of dirty. But I have it on all this, so it's giving me a headache. I'm ready to put the glasses down. It's giving me a rotted headache. Since he out, I'm gonna call his ass again to pass my medication. Alfonso, could you come pass my medicine for me, please? I need to start taking medicine. I said, only way I'm gonna get some sleep, kicky cold. These people. Oh, Lord. Come here. And stop watching me. Could you pass me the thing with the medicine?
Huh?
The medicine. My medicine in the thing. In case you don't understand or something. Just bring it up. Today's what? Thursday? Open Thursday. Okay, I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pills. I'm gonna start taking these pills. 7 pills is for my seizure, and this one is folic. This one is folic acid. And these are my seizure medicine. This is dilantin. Let me pass me that bottle. And give me another one. I take 4 dilantin. This is to prevent seizures, okay? Come on, back, walk. Okay, those gone down. Put them back. So this is the cool now. This one's called Tegretol or carbamazepine. Seizures. To prevent seizures. I don't want to have no seizures. I have enough seizures. 2 days ago, I felt like I was going to have one. When I'm going to have a seizure, I have that wake up call. My eyes just go dim. It's like, somebody watch me. Somebody watch me because I don't feel right. The devil's a liar. I had so much seizures in my lifetime. I don't want to have none, but sometimes you don't want to take the medicine. But if you don't take it, child, you're going to have a seizure. I don't want to have no seizure. I don't. I really don't. I thought I would be over having seizures. But I'm not. Excuse me. Let me read this last piece up and we're going to wrap the book up. I'm going to have to read the rest another time. So this is the book. I can't remember where I get it from. The library, I think. Sometimes the library be giving out some books for free. So I just take it and I have them there. I said I don't read like that. But now I have the channel. And when I don't know what to talk about, then I pick up a book and read. So reading is called The Adolescent Owner's Manual by David Longs Dawson, MD. I guess they get rid of the books. Maybe it was written in 2010. I guess since it's 30th September 2010. Oh hey, you know how long I have the book and I never read it, and I saw it over there, and I said, you know what? I saw it there when I was going in the shower, and something click and say, why don't you read this book when it come out? I said, okay. When I come out from the shower, I'm going to go live and I'm going to read the book. Alright? So that's what I'm doing. But so the book is called The Adolescent Owner's Manual. So empathy can develop earlier. When it does, it can cause warmth to envelop a parent's heart. This is a hearing impaired kid. Okay, did I read that already? I read up there already. I was somewhere down here, very nice. You might tell. No, I was down here. Each year or so, you read that 12 or 13. I think I read that already. What did I reach? I read. It is probably, but it's probably not empathy. It's probably obsession. A child's tendency to obsess this time is about his Pokemon cards. Yeah, my son get it. He have a phase with the Pokemon cards. Now he don't even want to look at the Pokemon cards. They get over the stuff so quickly. Or Thunderbirds, his cards. I mean, not even interested in his toys. I'm no more. I need to just do a tax sale or something. Get rid of all them toys that's lingered around. Or the newest video game he would like to own. But some imagine he and his parents watch on a Sunday evening newscast. Don't use the child's behavior as a touchstone, and despite your own adolescent tough thoughtlessness. The capacity for a true empathy takes time to develop, takes pleasure in it when it happens. Okay, this is talking about the ability to hypotenesize. How you pronounce this word again? Hypo. Hypo. Thesize. The possible short and long term consequences of various behavior include lying. For the most part, teenagers in the moment, a gravel road, a sharp curve can be negotiated at 100k per hour, 120k, 140k, the upper limit. There is a way to find out. If we ignore or rather can't imagine the consequences, can one jump from a roof into a swimming pool? Why not sneak out of the house? Catch a bus to Chicago to meet your internet buddy, the one who seems understand you so correctly. Don't trust none of the kids, okay? Because the one who you think is, oh, the best kid, they would never do nothing. Mm-mm. They're the sneaky ones, all right? They all have their own, all kids, all kids. Don't ever pick up for none of the kids. You ain't there with the kids 24/7. You don't know what the kid would do. I don't care if they're the A student. You don't know what your kid would do. You don't know what your kids do when they're not around you. You can't monitor them all the time. They're not around you. They're in school. You don't know how they act when they're at school. They act different. Yeah. They're a different person. Because they're with their friends. They will say different stuff. And they come home and say, yes, mommy. No, mommy. So expect them to do the things and talk one another into doing things that same adult would not do. The same adult having imaginary possible outcomes of said activity. Living in the most and having limited capacity to in, imagine outcome may explain the tendency for teenagers to lie, which they do. A common adolescent lie is a part of less resistant lie. It's a goal to avoid unpleasantness, unpleasantness at its moment. Adults usually not always taught an expectation being that mom that and expectations being those movements when you are asked to by the police officer if you know um, if you know at what speed you were driving. Take a second to consider the lie code of the lie, unraveling into the next 12 hours. Not so for adolescents and addicts, for that matter. Thought is different reasons. If the lie can buy 12 hours, avoiding the consequences for doing exactly what they are denying having done, even the consequences will be double because of the lie. They will use the lie. The future might be the title of Leonard Cohen's songs or something traded on the Wall Street, but otherwise in their lives, it is very fuzzy. It's a very fuzzy concept. It is not something to be considered. Now, when more important things are at hand, like getting on Facebook to tell their 250 closest friend who they saw sitting together at McDonald's. Studies show that indeed times does move more rapidly from adults, more slowly for youths. Having to sit with nothing to do or even with something to do and then being asked how much time has passed, the adolescent will vastly overestimate, as in, I've been waiting for hours, and we are there yet, and are we there yet? So the future for a teen is a long way off. There is times for variables to change the otherwise predictable. A tornado could strike and carry off the liquor cabinet before Dad has a chance to count the bottles. So I swear to God, Dad, I haven't touched your barbarian or whatever the hell. Actual lines comes more naturally to teens. It's the lie in it and of itself should not cause outcome concern. But it is the act of the nes, nes, that important issue. If a teen steals, be the father's barbarian or whatever, change from the top of the dresser or worse, when the teen is confronted, the initial lie, the part is less resistant lie, is unnatural as rain in April. It would be nice if it didn't happen, but it's natural. It is like stealing that needs to be caught and punished in appropriate fashion. I mention this because some parents often seem more concerned about the lying than the deed itself. I think this is because teens often continues to deny despite being confronted with the blatant evidence, and this can be very annoying, even insulting. Where the teen has a few more years to learn an appropriate set of rules for civilized adult lying, when it may be a kindness to avoid the complete truth or to spin the story, when lying would be fertile and self-serving, and how the truth can serve him well. It is stealing itself or the drunk driving, the oxycodone party that needs to be corrected now. As Judge Judy would say, how do I know when a teenager is lying? She's moving her mouth. Yeah, she moving her mouth, so she don't believe nothing that coming out of it. She lied. Telling the truth now and the accepting the consequences for one's actions and avoiding the most severe consequences of continued denial requires the ability to imagine what might happen in days or the couple of weeks. Mind you, the number of adult politicians do not seem to grasp this concept either. When I was 19, on a beautiful day in April, it was the first time to study for my first year's university exams scheduled to start next week. But Nikita, coach, whatever this last name is, it sound like a Russian name. Khrus Hchch Kazafi Kazaki Shibaka, whatever, CHEV, has pounded their shoes on a desk in the General Assembly, and the Kennedy had just sent out warships to blockade the Soviet freighters and prevent them from delivering more missiles to Cuba. We were close to nuclear war. One impulsive move and paranoid Dr. Strangelove and all would be over. I decided to wait this one out before committing for weeks of study. What would be the point of hitting the books until I was studying how do how to survive in the post acro I'm going to wrap this up. How you pronounce this word? um, APOCALPYSPY the phrase APOCALPYSEPY no YPSE. Kozavaki blinked. Mm. So they say, even though we think our teens, as society say, they are adults at 18, but the books say your teenager brain is not fully matured until they reach 22. But even though they reach 22 now, even though they say it's fully developed, sometimes some kids are still slower than some takes. Some kids could, okay, one on one is two. Someone's like, okay, one on one is what? Okay. Oh, two. Maybe 2 minutes later they figure out it's two. You know what I'm saying? So even though some kids may act a little faster than some, don't judge. Don't judge. Be happy. But don't tell them. I can't read another sentence this morning. Okay, let's read this last sentence. A common adolescent life is a part of lessons. Did I read it? Its goal is avoid unpleasantness at this moment. Adults usually not always taught an unexpected ratty thing get into me. was like over here. I was over here. I was about to read something I already read already. This ability to fully appreciate human matter. Maybe vulnerability, frontality. Mortality, vulnerability, fertility. Hello, welcome. You know I'm gonna go end the live now. Oh, why did I touch that? Carrie, Carrie Star. So Instagram, guys, like up the live, share the live. Alfonso, Thunder is yeah, kind of cool now. Someone else, perhaps, but not me. This is the consequences and characteristic mentioned above, coupled with reprimands of a specific of a specialness experienced by a child or the child's inexperience with cause and effect. Intellectually, the adolescent knows how babies are made, or falling off a roof that can hurt, how death is rather final. But if you live in the moment and retain that child's sense of being special, protected, safe, then there are not consequences worth much thought. Even when the teens appear to appropriate consequences in this regard, it is often surprising how they are not fully appreciated. Mm, as in the 15-year-old fantasy, gonna do the last paragraph. That is, she gets pregnant and has the baby. She has her 16-year-old lover boy. Well, settle in a little cottage with a white picket fence and raise the baby together, or as in, if I break my leg, at least I won't have to go to school for a few weeks. Or I can see myself living past 20 anymore. So to get ahead of myself, don't just lecture, explain, and pull your hair out. Buy your son some condoms. Take your daughter to see the family doctor about birth control. Don't hesitate to apprehend the car keys and think twice about letting your 16-year-old use the cottage, the boat, the snowmobile with friends unsupervised. Mm-hmm. Because even though we think they're old enough to think, sometimes they still think as a child because half of the brain ain't developed yet, and some of we adults act like kids anyway, don't we? Something wrong with my teenager. Yeah. Mental illness. I think mental illness coming up next month. Let me just read this real quick, this page. Mental illness that begins in adolescence can express themselves as a desire, sadness, fear, avoidance, anger, withdrawal, strange symptoms, and in other words, otherwise Cause mental health month start at 12 o'clock. Midnight is the 1st of September. Withdrawal and strange symptoms in otherwise well-behaved teen and as range as bad as impulse. Strange behaviors that are different. Alfonso, come here. Pass me that spray. Quickly. What the frick is this thing? This eight-legged thing. Hurry up now. Somebody tell you do something, jump up and move. Get me the friggin' spray to spray this damn thing. So look like a... You fucking... Why are you acting like that? Yes. You make the thing get away. Damn it. I hate when you act like... You see me on my live and you want to get me pissed off? Well, this shit gone under there was this big long thing running over there. Look at that.
Where?
Great. Hurry up before you go under my freaking bed. It's like a centipede or something. There. Grab it with this. Get it with something before you get under the bed. Come on, grab it before you go under the flipping bed. Look like a centipede. All those legs. You see.
All right, Mom.
Okay, but you said they him is calling you and you just what? It's not all right if I'm calling you and you're sitting there looking at me like you don't understand English. And go upstairs, make sure Jen come to bed. What about that, people? What's it? Nothing. Okay. There. What's this thing running? It's like, where you going? I'm telling him, I'm looking right at him. He's sitting right out there. Calling now, he's sitting there telling me about what? Look like he has 16 legs running. I was like, where the hell he trying to go? mm. Mm. This rasta. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, where the hell I was? Mental illness that may begin in adolescence can express themselves as despair, sadness, fear, avoidance, anger, withdrawal, and strange symptoms in an otherwise well-behaved teen, or as a range of bad, impulsive, strange behaviors that are difficult to distinguish from normal adolescent behavior except for their persistence and the fact that they are not responding good to parenting. These are bipolar, depression, ADHD, ADD, anxiety disorder or OCD, schizophrenia. We'll read some of these things tomorrow because I think tomorrow is the first of mental health awareness. Isn't it September Mental Health Awareness Month? I can't read no much because if I start reading, I'll read a whole book. I just turn the page and I see that. So we're going to continue. I think it is. So we have Drupal. Because sometimes when you see your kids acting out, Some kids cut themselves. You never know. You just gotta watch your kids then, because I think when this reach is it 10 or so, 10, 11, then they start getting all like boys and girls, both of them I think. They start getting all these different hormones that just they don't know what to do with themselves. We went through it when we was younger, weren't we? We don't know what to do with ourselves. It makes us angry. It makes us sad. You never know. You just want to be upset all the time. So this book is called The Adolescent Owner's Manual. So sometimes you just take the kid to let the doctor, the pediatrician, if they're underage, let the pediatrician do a like an evaluation or something like that. Mm, sometimes, cause my son, he do have ADHD. Since he was in elementary school, he was diagnosed with that. He just turned 29 a couple of days ago. Monday, he turned 29. My 18-year-old, he have it too. And he has depression, narcolepsy, all kind of stuff. Now I have to take him on the 6th of September to do that test, the devil. Please, I don't want it to be what the doctors say he think it might be. So start praying. He said it could be colon, but rebuke that in the name of mighty Jesus. When you rebuke that. So you have to go do a endocrinoscopy and a colonoscopy. And the colonoscopy is where you put the camera down in your throat to check the small intestines, I think. And the colonoscopy is where you put the camera in your rectum to check up in your large intestine. I think it's something like that. To check in your colon. But the devil, you won't win. I hope it's not that, because I can't go through another. The devil's a liar. But anyway, guys, it's 11. What time is it? 11:19. 11:18. Yeah, 11:19 here in Connecticut. I'm tired. I read the rest of this book some other time. But as I said, I know it's going to be. I think tomorrow is the first. Yeah, tomorrow is the 1st of September, and I think it's going to start the. I think September is. I think month. Oh, shoot. So I read some more on that. So sometimes when you see your kids acting out, when the kids don't want to talk too much, sometimes we say they're rude, yes. Sometimes some of it is rudeness, but sometimes we gotta stop living in denial, because anytime I see my kid acting weird, I'm gonna take them to the damn doctor. It's like, what's going on? What's going on? Get a diagnosis, because some people don't want to see, okay, my kid have this, my kid have, you want your kid to be the best behaved kid. You don't have, turn that AC off. Hello, turn that off now. Turn the AC off. It's kind of cold. You need to go check, make sure your brother gone to bed. You got school in the morning. Go and see if Jim's gone to bed. What is that, the football? Or just college? Is that college football? Is that college football? Yes, anyway, I'm going to do some wrap up. I gotta run to the restroom quick. I have three devices shut down, but I gotta run to the restroom because the restroom is calling my name. The restroom is called. Oh, this pajama is short. Trying to excuse all my ragged legs. I gotta make sure look under that toilet. He went and dropped that thing over the toilet where he flushed it. I think he flushed it. We still want to flush nothing. Oh, it's coming, man. Shit, it's getting cold. Whew. I had to push that window down. I'm going to set up on my. I was at the supermarket. I was at Walmart today and I didn't remember. I needed another bottle of. Alfonso, could you look up? I'll give you the address. I need to find out if that place is on the bus route. I need to get. Wait, when I end the live, I'll look for the address. That to take this thing to get. I just didn't receive that paperwork from this appointment is too far down. I need to get. Oh, let's shut the window down, man. That rascal coming up in there. Probably that damn cold from the bathroom. That make me get sick. We continue reading this book another time. Some days I read these. I'm reading so much different books at the same time I can't finish none. You know, this added to my list. I read so much different books and can't finish one yet. I'm going to put some water in my sleep up machine. Do I need my tissue? Okay, I guess that little one feel better tonight. You can have sleep. Slept 2 nights down here. Take all these damn pillows off your bed. That little rascal was running for hiding. I don't know where he was running to. So I'm gonna put some water in my. Looking for some of you who don't have to go through all this problem to sleep, eh? I have to hook up machine. I gotta sleep with this bloody machine. I'm not call my breathing cut off of my sleep. Well, some of you don't know you have sleep apnea if you haven't gone and taken the test. If you snore a lot, it's most likely that you have sleep apnea. but you just never went and got tested. And if you go and get tested and you found that, you can say, no, I'm not using that machine, but it could save your life. It could save you. It could save you. So this is my fridge shit. The rats book nearly dig out my bumbo. So this machine, I just have to sleep with this at night time because I had on the glasses so much it recite my temple. I'm just gonna do the same. So I have to sleep with this machine. They tried to give me a new one, but I was supposed to go do an evaluation on the day of machine Monday, but the insurance was not covering my ride. I rescheduled another appointment for the 13th, but I'll see if it's the place isn't fair for you. Why is not coming on? Because I have this machine up more than 5 years today. The doctor gave me a prescription to get a new one, and the insurance don't want to just pay for one like that. You want to be coming there to do like an evaluation of the machine to see if it's still okay. So I gotta see with this. I have the full face mask, but I don't really like that, so I use this mask. Ugh. There's another thing to put over my head. Where the hell is it? So I'm going to use this. Let me pause it until I get it to bed. It's ready for me. You have to use distilled water in it. So see this the other day at ShopRite. Bowl and basket brand. Anybody who shop at ShopRite. ShopRite have this boom. But I need some more. I thought I had. So only distilled water you use in there. Well, if you don't have distilled water, you use some regular water. But they recommend you use distilled water for the machine. Oh, it's 11:30, people. I'm going to my bed. Okay, my head hurting me. Then I have to put that thing. There's another strap. What the frig is it? There's a strap for my chin. A chin strap. It dropped. I can't find the one more strap. It's somewhere down here. It gotta be somewhere down here. It gotta be dropped down behind me. The tablet is dead. Oh, there you go. So, okay. There's a chin strap. So I put this on too. I'm trying to keep my mouth closed. So I'm like a... I'm an alien. When I get in the bed, I'll put it on. Hey, bumbo. Oh, fuck. Where's that thing for my head? I'm gonna put this on my head because that sucker gonna pull my hair out. So I put this on my head first. So guys, I have to love you and leave you. Got to go. So let's see. Facebook. Okay, let's end YouTube first. YouTube. Thanks for watching.